Good morning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Beautiful people, it's your girl Tina Jones. Today's video is all about my pregnancy journey and my birth vlog. I will telling you guys my experience throughout my pregnancy and my experience at General Hospital in Nigeria. Yeah, beautiful people. Today's vlog, I'll be telling you guys, giving you the gist on how my pregnancy journey went. It is a horror movie. This one I need to tag it, the horrors of pregnancy, like serial horrors in pregnancy. So guys, you know our pregnancy has three stages. We have the first trimester with second and third. I have experiences on these trimesters. I will start by giving you the gist. On 30th December 2021, that was last year, I got married. 2 months into my marriage, I was pregnant. But I never knew I was pregnant. How did I find? January, I had my period. I did my normal test strip. Was so excited that God, I can't wait, but it was still negative. And February, I had my period. Like, it's not really a period, but it's more like a blood drop, 2 days, and it went. After 2 days, after the 2 days drop, I felt ill. So I was thinking if it's the stress of my wedding and every came haunting me. But guys, thank God I was fine and I was okay. Thank God for the help of my husband, because my husband was still around at that time. But guys, still not found out that I'm pregnant yet. After I recovered, February 14th, my husband, we decided to go out on a date on February 14th to have fun. The reason why he took me out was for me to like get rid of the stress and stop thinking about this issue of pregnancy, because I was worried at that point. So many test strips. I've used like 10 to 15, but still it keeps giving me negative. Do you know what my worries? My worries were that hubby will be traveling very soon. And how will I be able to cope? Loneliness start. You guys, from my previous video, you should know that my husband did not stay here. It's not really easy. It's not really easy. So as couples, staying far away from each other, it's not really easy. So I was so worried that I said, God, please bless me before he travels back. Because I won't be able to cope with loneliness again. So you know how it is for a newly couple to be apart. So God answered my husband traveled back on the 27th of February back to base. 1st of March, I had to return back to work, and guess what, guys? 1st of March, I had an accident on the tricycle when the tricycle is meant to climb the hill, and all of a sudden it somersaulted. Bam. So when all of us came out from the tricycle, we were like, wow, hope you're not injured. Every other people in the tricycle were injured except me. Something said to me, have you checked yourself? Is your baby fine? I was wondering, where did that voice come from? I had to go straight down to the nearest lab to do a pregnancy test, only for me to confirm that it is positive. So guys, with the excitement, I had to go back to the lab again to check how many days or how many weeks or how many months I am already, only for me to find out that I was 2 months gone. That is 8 weeks and 3 days already. And I'm like, 8 weeks? That's 2 months and no signs, no symptoms. But I'm very, very grateful. Only for the doctor to finish printing out the report, and he told me I have a little problem. And I said, what's the problem, sir? He said, it's an ectopic pregnancy, and I need to see a doctor to give me advice on what to do. I had to call my big auntie, who happens to be my mom's senior sister, and I showed her the results. And I said, why are they telling me this and a ectopic pregnancy? She said, it's a lie, God forbid, now this mommies that reject everything, God forbid, God forbid. Me too, I was rejecting it too, because I don't know what it is. But yeah, so I had to go back to another lab, and I did another scan, and I did the same test, only for me to find out it's the same thing. The doctor said it's ectopic pregnancy. I need to see a doctor. I checked the third lab, the same thing. I checked the fourth lab, the same thing. I said, so I had to start prayers. I had to tell my hubby. I had no choice. I had to tell my hubby after giving him the good news that yes, we are pregnant, and giving him that bad news. He feels bad. I felt bad because I was frustrated. Can you imagine? We just got married and you were expecting to have your own baby, and all these complications started. But thank God everything went well. We started our praying, we started fasting. I said, God, this time around you need to answer my prayer. April, God did it. The fifth place I went to was Bakada General Hospital. When I went there, the doctor was like, "Madam, this is your baby now. See your placenta. See your baby placenta. So what are you worried about? The baby is fine. The baby is in normal position. So why are you? Who told you? Who told you that is an ectopic? Who is that person?" I was speechless. I could not even talk. I was so excited. I knelt down. I say, "Ekele diri Jehovah," because there's nothing impossible for you to do. Dear mommy, I thought everything has ended there. Mba, it did not end there. That is when they say the beginning of the beginning of, how will I put it? The beginning of my pregnancy started with a fall. I started falling. Every little thing I'll fall. Every little, I'm among those people that if you don't fall today, I fell down from bike have hit me, still my baby stayed. So guys, that was all I faced. Second trimester, my pregnancy craving started. I started craving for soda. I started cravings for minerals. Started craving for food that I cannot get within my area, far away. You can imagine when I'll be here, I'll be craving for amala in White House. I'll be craving for afan soup, asu lere, and you must get it. But the good side of my own pregnancy cravings was that I can cook my own food. I don't beg you. I can't enter the bus today now see you eating corn. Even though I feel like eating that corn, I will not beg you. I will go back home, buy the corn, boil it to my taste and eat. My own pregnancy was so good that I don't spit, I don't do all those kind of things. But my third trimester, guys, all this thing I'm telling you now is happening as I'm going to work. Oh. But my third trimester, I became very, very active. If I don't clean, if I don't do heavy jobs, if I don't do house chores, I cannot be okay. I cannot be all right. You can imagine me facing all those challenges in my first and my second trimester. My baby is not telling me, "Mommy, if you don't clean the house today, we will not be fine. If you don't carry this heavy load, we will not be fine." That is how my own was, and that is how the journey went. But at the end of everything, I still give God the glory because it all ended well. Now my birth story. It all started on the 22nd of November 2022, 5:30 a.m. I woke up. The reason why I woke up because I was feeling uneasy. I could not sleep throughout the night. If I sleep at my left hand side, baby would tell me turn to the left. I was very, very uncomfortable. So I had to manage, and I woke up around 5:30, and I felt like going to toilet. I want to ease myself at the same time. So I had to go to the toilet. I used the toilet. I came back, but still feeling uneasy. At 32, 30, at 31 weeks, my baby movement stopped. At 32, it started. 33, it's calmed down. At 34, it started like on and off. But I consulted the doctor. The doctor said that it's nothing for me to worry about. So I felt maybe this 38 weeks is now active. I never knew it was the baby coming. Around that time, I had to call my hubby on WhatsApp. We spoke, we talked with each other. I started telling him the pains I went through at night, how I'm feeling, and he said, we all gisted, we joked about it. He said, maybe baby's coming today, baby's missing me already, he wants to come. I said, you and this your play, just keep it aside. You are still 38 weeks, yeah, but hopefully this month and God will do it for us. He said he hopes so too, without knowing that baby is coming that day. So after that, I started craving for beans. I had to go get the last beans in the house. I had to start selecting it. Everybody still asleep. Mom is still even sleeping safe. I was selecting beans. Only for me to stand up, and I saw a show which happens to be a release that has a blood-like um texture. Who was giving birth to know what I'm talking about. It's called a show. A show. So when I saw that, I had to call mommy, and I told mommy about it. She was like, get set to. All right, though, I had to go and bath, come back, dress up. I said, "Mommy, yeah, let's go." Can you imagine Nigerian moms? She started washing clothes. She started to bring out the whole dirty clothes they have in the house. Started cleaning. Hey, Lucy, what are you doing? Hmm. Hey, she said, "Don't worry, calm down. When he's doing you very well, I will know." Mommy washed clothes from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Clean the house, everywhere sparkling clean. Then it was disturbing me small small. When people turn, I was never comfortable. I cannot sleep, I cannot relax. I was feeling that pain in my waist, but I was not shouting because mommy told me that I should not shout. That's I want to just tell you guys, moms to be, those who are yet to give birth, let me tell you something. If you're having that contraction, I was told that I should not shout. I did not shout. All I was only breathing out, like, you understand, so that in out, like, you don't need to shout, you don't need to push, nothing, nothing. So that was what I was doing that relieved me of the pain. At 12 o'clock, that was 12 in the afternoon already. We had It was very very serious. We had to go to the hospital only for me to, doctor said I should bring out my orderly and my Macintosh, so they had to check me. Doctor said, madam, please go home, Joe. It's still far. It's still far. When it's coming, you will know. You understand? My mommy, I had to go back home. Oh. When I went back, okay, before I even go back home, before I went back home, the doctor decided to give me injection because I told him that I can't walk very well. I'm having pain. They said, don't worry, this injection I'll be giving you will relieve the pain. So when we got home, thinking I'm going to sleep with that injection they gave me, it became worse. We had to endure, keep managing, because my mind doctor was saying it's not yet time, it's not yet time. So I had to keep enduring, but the contractions was getting much that it was unbearable. I had no choice, so I had to go back to the hospital. I had to pack my bags with my mommy. 10 o'clock, we had to go back to Bagada General Hospital, and we met another doctor on duty and met another nurse on duty. Thank God, they were very, very nice. Honestly, I appreciate them so, so much. And they checked me and they told me I was 5 centimeter. But I said, doctor in the morning said that I'm not due at all. Cha, 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 cha. I said, madam, you're already 5. They brought drip, put drip on me. That is when the gbege started. I started praying to my forefathers. I did not scream, I did not shout, but thank God I did not shout, I did not scream. I was just praying. I was praying for my baby. Doctor will be telling me, pray for your baby, oh, pray for your baby, oh. Look for the name you want to give your baby now. And I don't shout. You see, he is very, very quiet. You see anybody shouting? And I was the only one in that labor room for that day. I was the only one at that labor room. And God did it. One thing is that I was not able to video because Bagada General Hospital said they don't allow cameras in their hospital. If not, I would have shown you guys. I don't think I was able to hold phone that day sef, but it was unbearable. At a point, I felt like vomiting. I felt like going to the toilet. I felt like eating myself at the same time. But thank God that nurse was so nice. Despite the fact that I messed everywhere up, she was very, very nice. And it got to the point that I told her, ma, if you don't come now, if this baby falls, is this baby fall down? So she had to come and said, madam, we are enter inside though. So I had to sit down and everything, to God be the glory, everything went well. It was a nice experience though. And I recommend Bagada General Hospital. They are very, very good. They are very, very, they have all the doctors for babies, for mothers, any kind of, if this one cannot solve the problem, they'll call another gynecologist, they'll call another pediatrician, anybody. If you're having issues, they have plenty doctors for your problems. So I really appreciate those nurses on DC that day. They were so nice and calm. Beautiful mommies to be. I have a few advice for you all. You know, if you are in labor, if your labor starts at home, from my own experience, so if it starts at home, let me just start having that contraction, don't shout, don't panic, just relax, take your time. You don't need to they say when you are pregnant, you should not allow your enemies to know that you're in labor or something like that. You need to maintain, be strong. One thing you need to take note, do not shout. And you see the nurses, we need to pay and listen to the nurses very, very well, because during my own time, the nurse told me, madam, don't shout, do as I say, and I did as she said. The moment she said push, I pushed. Madam, stop, I stopped. She said, even though she told me, if you're having the urge to push, push. If you're not having the urge, hold it. So always listen to the nurses, because the delivery will be very, very easy for you. And if you don't pay attention to the nurses, you see some women will have multiple tears. I did not have tears. It was the nurses who gave me a little tear. and it was very easy. And take note also, don't feel because this person water broke during her pregnancy, meaning your own will break. My own water did not break. All I had was a shoe. My baby came out alongside with the water. So everybody is different. And again, stop listening to what Madam A said, Madam A B said about her own. I know when I was pregnant, they would tell me, it was very, very painful. Those nurses are very, very bad. They will shout at you. They will insult you. My dear mummies, don't pay attention to them. Just pray to God. Say, God, favor me. That room I am entering is called favor room. As I enter that favor room, may I be favored. That is all. Take away fear. All throughout my pregnancy, I took away fear. Listen to advice of the nurse, not mummies. And again, if you have your mom or your mother-in-law, those are the best people that will give you advice, not all these young mummies around. I'm not saying the advices are bad though, but the genuine advice comes from mom and mother-in-laws, because all our body is different. So that's all I have. Thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please press the notification button to always get notified whenever I post any video. I love you plenty.